Hello together. Today I want to talk about a bit of a different topic, a topic that makes me actually quite sad and also quite angry at the same time. I have started this channel a couple of months ago, and I never had the intention to really have a big audience or to reach a lot of people. I simply wanted to open a platform for an open discourse, for discussions, where viewers can give their point of view, and where it's possible to exchange information freely, because that is what social media and internet and YouTube is meant for. At least I thought it was. Yeah, I'm quite disappointed about certain topics, and I will go into detail now. When I started my channel, of course I tried to reach out to other channels and other video ministries, and I wrote quite a lot of messages, which you can all see here. I've written to Scotty Clark. I have written to Hamrick CE. And I have written to many smaller YouTubers, Christian YouTubers, because simply I know that the very big ones are very busy, and they usually never read their messages, and they are just busy creating content and pushing it out into the public. So in the very beginning I tried to reach out to smaller ones. Here is Mr. Daryl Dumas, which by the way has very good content, which I can recommend. I had some discussions recently with him in the comments, but in general he has a very good content. So you can see I wrote a lot of messages. The sad thing is that I got almost no reply, and this is something that is very hard to digest to me. Because everyone knows that it's not as easy to reach people at YouTube as it was 10 years ago, and there are all kinds of crazy algorithms in place, and you have to have a certain criteria of your content. You have to qualify with certain criteria so that you end up in the suggested lists. And every Christian YouTuber knows when he really sticks to the Bible that it's very difficult to reach people. I have really tried very hard to max out what is possible for me. So I put in time into the thumbnails. I have tried to have a very good audio quality. You can even listen to my videos when you're not watching them, because everything I talk about or everything I'm mentioning I'm also talking about, aside from some smaller kind of funny or funnier videos. So I really put in a lot of time into scripting my videos. The first one, How to Catch the Rapture, is 50 minutes long, and I spent 2 or 3 weeks putting together the text. It was quite hard work because I didn't want to produce any error. And the result is quite devastating to me, frankly. It's now 4 months in, and you can see here the view count. So it's 56. I have updated the video a couple of months ago, so I reached 56 people with this video. I have a couple of, I think, 2 or 3 comments which are interesting, but this will lead to another topic. Just the reception of this content and the amount of people I could reach really does not satisfy me at all. I mean, seriously, at all. I have never tried to reach like 50,000 people or something like that. This is not my intention. I would be happy if it would be a couple of hundreds by now per video maybe. But actually it's not the viewer count that is the most important to me. It's the viewer feedback. And when you go into the comments that have been written, on these videos. You see the MGTOW money hypocrisy got 1 comment. Yeah, this got not so. The fruits of the Revelation 12 false teaching got a comment that wasn't really very helpful in any way. And then I get these comments of other people. Some comments kind of read quite generic, and they got stuck in the spam folder for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, you can see that's it. I opened this channel to have a discussion. I don't know everything. I do not claim to know everything about everything, and I hoped that it would be possible to get some information also through the comments and to have a discussion with my viewers, and maybe also that I could produce a video together with some viewer who says, oh, this is an interesting topic. I want to talk to Rex Remedy about it. And yeah, 0, absolutely 0. So I have basically created a Christian YouTube ghost town. Yeah, just recently I tried to open a Patreon account, not so much because I'm after the money, because I know very well with my content that's near impossible. I just tried it because I thought I could reach more people. And there it's the same. And yeah, you know, I can produce another video. I will get another 40 views. I will get maybe 1 comment. I put in 20 to 30 hours per video, everything combined, because I like to script my content, so I'm not rambling around as I do here, for example. This is obviously not scripted. I just use the occasion because I'm quite emotional about this topic, to talk about it freely. And yeah, one of the reasons I think that makes it so difficult for new Christian video ministries is just the fact that other video ministries which are better established just don't care at all. You know, if you write them a message, you could just send it into space, and the probability that you get a reply if you send it through SETI is higher than getting a reply from other Christian YouTubers, as you can see here with my messages that I sent out. So 0 reply. I tried to get into contact because I thought it would be nice to have a discussion with another content creator, maybe to shed some light on a topic from 2 different viewpoints. I'm actually more the person who likes to discuss things. It's very difficult to me to talk against a wall, basically. You know, I'm from a culture where you have a discourse. You do not just stand there and squeeze out your information, and then you have some listeners and that's it, and then they will be silent when you are done with your sermon, and then they go home. This is not the culture I was raised in, and this is also not the culture I want to have. And if this continues in this way, that basically my YouTube channel is an echo chamber to me, sooner or later I will shut this down, because simply it frustrates me so much to put in so much time and effort and to basically reach no one. And we are not talking about some news channel or something, you know, where the information, if it gets out or if it doesn't get out, is not so important. I have a salvation message which is encapsulated in my how to catch the rapture video. This is very important. At maximum I reached 100 people, and I got 1 or 2 comments on that, and no feedback. You know, it could also be that I make an error, and maybe someone could tell me, hey, there's an error, maybe you look into this, or you could improve this or that, and there's just 0. And to sit here and see how the world falls apart, and how the tribulation comes closer every day, and to put out a video in how to spot false teachers, which explains in 14 minutes how to spot a teacher that is deceiving you, so you don't fall for deception that can cause you to waste years of research or years of certain you spend within certain communities, and in the first week it got 2 views, and I'm just sitting here. False teachers are everywhere. Thousands, if not millions, of people are led astray by false teachers, by false Sunday worship nonsense, or by flat Earth nonsense, or all kinds of crazy nonsense that is being taught under the cover of a Christian ministry. And this video sits here with 52 views, and it basically reaches no one, because you have to take into account how large the general viewership on YouTube is, and I would just assume it's within 1 billion or something, the people who have access to YouTube. Now, of course, not everyone is a Christian, and not everyone comes across my content, and there are many other ministries out there, and I get that. But if you say you have 1 to 2 billion people having access to YouTube in some form, and then you end up with 52 views, and you put in the effort, you script your content, you take care of thumbnails, you try to have a good audio quality, you make your own intro music, you use your own landscape recording, and so on and so on. And it just seems futile to me, because if I consider the amount of comments I got for my in average to each video, I could just go out in the street and I could just talk to someone, and I would basically I had a chance to reach as many people as here. And there's a reason why I opened this video ministry, because in my region and in the land where I live, it's very, very hard to talk about God with people. You're basically thought as being a nutcase if you even mention the word Jesus, and people are generally neglecting of any truth concerning the Bible or concerning Jesus Christ. So I thought maybe I opened this ministry, this little ministry, to have a chance to reach people who may get saved through this content. I don't know. I don't say you get saved through me, because that would be blasphemous. Of course, it's Jesus Christ who is working in you if you get saved, or to get you saved. That's without any doubt. But then sitting here almost half a year after the creation of my content with these kind of view numbers, it makes me so angry and so sad. And then thinking about how many so-called Christian content creators I reached out to ask them, hey, take a look at my channel, maybe this video is interesting, maybe you can give me just some feedback if there's an error, or if you like it or not, or maybe you can, if you have viewers who are interested in a certain topic, maybe you can recommend it to them. And to see the absolute futility sending all these messages out, and it's basically absolutely zero feedback, and this can't go on this way. I'm sorry, it just can't. And then see how Patreon is basically also nothing but a ghost town and an echo chamber. This drives me crazy. Seriously, this drives me crazy. And these are all supposedly Christian ministries. And they all talk about, oh yeah, let's have a Christian congregation on YouTube and the fellowship, and it's all so great. And but no one thinks about the fact that there are also congregations supposed to exist between the ministries. Paul talked to Peter, and they rebuked each other, and they had discussions, and that's how you progress your ministry, and not just by sitting there with your content with your audience, ignoring every other Christian YouTube content creator, and just sitting there and producing videos, never mentioning anybody else, because he could have a false teaching, or he could be a reprobate, or whatever. Then yeah, maybe you check out the channel, and if you agree with his basic doctrinal stances, or his doctrinal standing, then you can also recommend him. This is a joke, really. This is a social media. YouTube is a social media, and it's absolutely impossible to get in contact, to relate to any kind of more developed ministry. And with all these crazy algorithms that YouTube has, and with the apocalypse and everything else, it's absolutely clear that it's near impossible to reach a bigger audience if you do not have contact to other YouTubers who mention you, or who recommend your content or certain topics. And the funny fact is that my content doesn't even compete with any other Christian YouTuber. That's the next joke. So you could say, oh, okay, I don't want to, just, they will never tell you, but that's what they think. Yeah, I will not recommend this guy, because then maybe people will support him, and then I will get less money, or I will have less views, or get less ad revenue. That you can see here that the topics that I uploaded cannot be found in this way on any other ministry website. And yeah, there's just also zero interest. I would have, at least I would be happy if someone had told me, what, your channel is terrible, and your audio and video quality is absolutely horrendous, and you better stop it. I would be much happier with this kind of feedback than this absolute echo chamber that I'm facing here. And this is also, and I have to be very serious, this is also a very, very serious rebuke to all Christian content creators who claim to believe in the Bible, and then that's the communication that they have with other ministries, with their brethren in Christ. That, you see, no reply. It's just sent into nirvana. And yeah, this is just, I had to put this out. I have put up my Patreon website. I have done this to maybe reach more people there, not really for the money. If you think that my content is worth supporting, then just recommend it to other people, or just watch it, or write a comment, because I cannot produce videos if it continues this way. I'm putting in 20 hours a video, and sometimes more, sometimes a little less, and then that's the feedback I get. And add to that I have a chronic pain condition, so I cannot work like 8 hours every day and basically have a assembly line production where I squeeze out a video every day to get high up in the recommended list on YouTube. That's not accessible to me, this feature. So at maximum I can produce one video a week. It will stay that way. I can maybe do some occasional video as I do here once in a while, but that's it. And frankly, if I manage to produce a video a week, I'm quite happy, because I just can't work. I can't concentrate with this pain very long. There are so many interesting topics I would love to touch. But simply I can't. I have no support. I'm basically busy with being in pain and feeling ignored and neglected, and I'm tired of it. And yeah, I will produce a couple of videos, the most important stuff on my whatever topic list it is, 20 or 30 topics I have already listed down, partially scripted. I will put out a couple of videos, and if this doesn't get better, and if I can't reach more people, I will shut this down. And frankly, if it's so impossible to reach anyone, yeah, maybe the tribulation is not as far in the future as we like to believe. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I had to say that. Now you know something about my background. Of course, you can say, how do I know that what this guy tells me is the truth about his chronic pain? Maybe in further videos I can provide evidence. Maybe not. Basically, by now, who cares? Because my channel is a ghost town anyways, so there's no reason to prove the validity of something to ghosts. So yeah, that's it. I'm sorry that I come across quite angry in this short video, but I just that's how I feel right now, and that's what I put out. And if you want to support me, that's fine. If you think my channel sucks, just tell me. Yeah, I can't continue content creation without any discussion or any discourse. As I said already, that's not the culture I grew up in. I'm coming from a scientific background, and I'm used to expose my theories to scrutiny, and also to expose other people's theories to scrutiny. And that's just how you approach the truth. And if I cannot do this via this tool and via this channel, there's really no point for me in producing further content, because by now there's no dialogue and no discussion. I would keep the videos up, of course, because maybe someone can get saved through the rapture video, or maybe some other video I have put out. But that's basically it. So if you want to support me, then please subscribe, or check me out on Patreon. Yeah, thanks for your attention, and I wish you a nice weekend. And by the way, I have another video in the making. I will try to get it finished this weekend. It's about the money MGTOW swamp, or MGTOW money swamp, and maybe it's interesting to you. So thanks for your attention, and bye.